Cool dat je weer kijkt naar G-Time TV. Ik zit hier bij de Hillsong Conference met Eric, worship pastor in Zweden voor Hillsong. En met Reuben Morgan, worship pastor momenteel in Londen. Ik ga even met ze babbelen over hoe ze het hier vinden, over hun leven en over Hillsong en het album Cornerstone. So, guys, how do you like the Netherlands?
I love the Netherlands. I love Holland. Yeah, it's a great place. It's green, it's flat, it's beautiful.
It's green, it's flat. So have you been here before?
Actually, I have, yeah, a couple of times. We were here with Hillsong Live just a year ago. It was an awesome night. Had some good food. Anyway, it was more than that. It was a really good night, worshiping with thousands and thousands of people here in The Hague. So, yeah.
Can you describe yourself as a person?
Well, I would say, you know, I'm a dad. I'm passionate about God and about music and about worship, and I love the Bible, and yeah, I'm a family guy.
How do you combine your busy schedule with being a dad and being a husband?
Well, you make it all work. I mean, we see that our family's together on a mission, you know, and our kids, you know, are under 9 years old. So I mean, we coach them, you know, in what we're doing, and you know, we're about the work of the Lord, you know. But ultimately, you do have to have time with family, and that's a priority as well. You got to make it all work.
My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness.
Cornerstone, let's talk about the song, because you guys wrote the song in the aftermath of the whole Norway terrorist and everything that happened in Sweden. Can you tell me something about the process and the story behind the writing of Cornerstone?
It just happened that Reuben went back to Stockholm together with me, just to he's leading worship in church, and I mean, whole Scandinavia was in total shock at that moment. It's just a couple of days after it happened, so it's completely in shock. And we met, me, Reuben, and Jonas Myron, and another songwriter. He's in a church, and just, you know, shared a couple of Bible verses, especially from Ephesians chapter 2, where Ephesians chapter 2 talks about Christ being our cornerstone. And doesn't matter, you know, how stormy it is, doesn't matter what happens in your life, Christ is the cornerstone. And if you build your life around that cornerstone, it doesn't matter what hits you, you're always gonna be stable, you know, because you have Christ, the cornerstone, in your life. So the song was just written out of that feeling, out of that sense.
But we wrote it as a response. I mean, when people are questioning what's going on, and you know, something like that happens, people are questioning life and kind of and God in some ways as well. And we wrote it as a response,
right,
to help church and to help people kind of confess faith again. You know, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness.
You've written so many songs, and there may be watching some worship writers. What's your main tip when you start writing a worship song?
One is you have to work hard at it. You can't expect to fluke a good song more than once. I think if you're going to be a writer, you do have to work at it. It's a craft, and anybody that's written more than one or two good songs knows that and has to work really hard to do it. The other thing is you can never underestimate the fact that God is the one that inspires. You know, the Bible talks about the theme of my praise comes from God, and it truly does. You know, I mean, I think our ambition needs to be that we're near to God, because not for inspiration, but truly, like if we hope to help people receive Him and encounter God, it's Him that we need when we're writing. We desperately need God in that situation. Reality is, if we're writing songs for people, we don't know their situations, we don't know what they need, and so we need God to help us help people.